Hi, Joe Murphy. I want to show you a book that I'm coming out with. This is called Climbing the Leadership Summit, Creating Leaders at All Levels. There's a little banner going through here. It says, not authorized for resale yet. So this is a book that I have coming out, and I want to talk to you about it because it's got 21 critical ideas, or what I call 21 best practices. I'm not trying to sell you the book. When it goes on Amazon, it will be available on Amazon. I'll pull down the price as far as I can take it. I know I can do Kindle for $1. I think I have to sell it for $7 to cover the costs for printing for Amazon. I'm not here to make money. All the proceeds are going to go to veterans and other charities. Not that it's going to be a lot of money, because I'm not in it to make a lot of money, but I just want to I pass these out, make these available to people in my Leadership Academy, or will be. One of the key areas that I want to talk to you about, and is in this book, is how to go from boss to leader. And I want to give you a couple of different words and ideas. This is going from being a boss to leader. And they're very simple ideas. Simple, but you got to remember them. So boss to leader basically means it's a we thing. Instead of going I or saying I, you say we. So simple. We did this. This is what we're going to accomplish. This is what my team did. The other is making sure that you give credit. This is about credit. You give credit. This one takes credit. Yep, I did that. This one gives credit. No, my team did that. Does that make sense? It's a real big difference, and this is how you become a leader, where you give credit away. When you're so good, you don't have to worry about credit coming to you. You pass on the credit. I'll give you another one. You delegate. This one's about micromanaging. We talked about this in some earlier videos. Micromanaging. What are you doing? This one is about delegating. And there's a whole series on how to delegate properly. You give the work to the person that can do it. If you give the work to the person who can't do it, you may be causing some problems. Also, you may be doing it for a strategic reason, to develop the person. But you want to, as I pointed out in an earlier video, you want to make sure you're giving them the direction and support they need so that they can learn the task. Delegating doesn't mean, by the way, you don't check on how the person's progressing. That's where we get a mistake. We just go hands off and let them move forward. And that's a problem. Micromanaging is hovering and checking on the person because you're fearful that they're not getting it done. And if you go to somebody who really can do the work, this annoys them and it makes them feel small and insecure. And they're going to wind up quitting the organization, but before they do, they'll lash back in ways that you don't see. They'll lash back in terms of they're not going to put in their best efforts. They're going to be discouraged. They're even going to be depressed if you micromanage them. Fearful of being criticized. So if you're micromanaging, the best way to take care of this is delegate, but then set up some times to check back in with the person. And in the first meeting, say, look, I'm going to give this to you. I know you're going to be successful. If you have issues, come see me. But I'm also going to use some checkpoints because I want to see how you're progressing. Because my bet is you're probably going to be hesitant to come see me. So I am going to set it up so that I come see you and we can discuss where you are and any hurdles that you're having to go over. All right. By the way, this is about growing people if I didn't really make that statement. It's in the book. Focus on strengths, not weaknesses. This manager focuses on strengths. This is a pretty good book. Not weaknesses, okay? Over here, the weaknesses, this is the manager's, I got to fix your weaknesses. I'm going to fix your weaknesses. I'm going to fix you. No, you delegate, you give work to others because of their strengths, and you focus on their strengths. You build them up so that people have great peaks and valleys. Nobody is like this at the top. People have great strengths, and they have weaknesses. I talked about this also in some of the videos that I've done. Focus on strengths. This is not a new concept, by the way. I know focus on strengths and strengths fighters feels like it's new, but this has been going around for years. Poor bosses or poor managers have been focused on weaknesses because they're looking for problems to solve, and they want to solve your problem by fixing you. That's a poor manager. That's a poor leader. That's not a leader. It's a poor manager. But that's what managers do. They get pulled up from operations and they wind up becoming bosses. And because the only thing they know is how to fix problems, they see you as their problem that they got to fix. Okay, I'm going to give you one last one. And it's listen versus talk. You can have a whole conversation not saying a word by just sitting there silently, listening to what the person has to say and also what the person is not saying. This person listens between the lines. And by listening, a lot of times the employee will solve their challenge or their issue right in front of you, as if you nurtured the discussion just by your presence. I'm Joe Murphy, and I am here for your success. And I wish you the best of luck, success, and happiness. See you the next time.